Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, here to help you in great ways. Well, we have a lot of people going ballistic and irate and, excuse me, kind of going crazy. I think it's kind of like a virus going around, an emotional virus. You ever walked into a room with a bunch of people and you felt this heaviness, this anger that was there? You could feel it. There's no doubt about it. Same thing is going on now. A lot of anger, a lot of people becoming upset about things that they a lot of times don't have any control over. And so that takes a toll on us. Anytime we're stressed, we actually create stress in our body. Well, my dad died of a stress heart attack at 57, so you don't want to go there. Also, we know now, new studies show that every time we create stress in our body, we create the inflammation in our body. And we also start causing a problem with our gut lining. We break down the lining of our gut. And this is one of the problems that we have. And this is one of the things that's causing autoimmune disease in our life. And there are 7 important ways that a person can keep from having this all, collapse in on them and cause problems. First of all, is being aware. You know, what's going on in my life? Do I have feelings going on? A lot of people are disconnected from their feelings, and I think it's really important that we, listen to our feelings and go, "What am I feeling? Am I upset? Am I this?" We can do something about something that we know about. We can't do anything about something we don't know about. So it's really important to check in with our feelings and say, what's going on with me? Am I sad? Am I upset? Or this or that? And then when we can, make some changes accordingly. But first of all, we have to do that. And first, after that, we're taking care of our mind and take care of our mind, body, spirit, our relationship, social life, financial life, and our core beliefs. 7 aspects. Plus the one of checking in with your feelings. That's 8 altogether. So taking care of your mind. The most important aspect of taking care of our mind is to meditate. Every day to be in silence, either learning TM or Vipassana, meditation, and I do an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening, and it actually thickens the prefrontal cortex of our brain up here, and we become calmer. It shuts off the amygdala, the fight or flight response in our brain. It just calms it down. And the hypothalamus is also calmed down. So we don't have this craziness going on in our brain all the time, and we focus better. We're more cheerful. We have about 700 different things that help with meditation, especially with bodily functions, lower blood pressure. We feel happier. We get along with people better, and on and on and on. We have less heart disease, less inflammation, and more and more and more. And actually changes our genetics. We don't have the bad genes being expressed, and we turn on the good genes. So when we turn off the bad, turn on the good. That's good. So that is really, really important. Also, another thing about our mind, is about looking at our mind and then judging our thoughts. I think that Buddha was talking about that a lot. You know what I mean? What is that thought? Wait, should I keep that thought? Is that a good positive thought? The only thing we should be judging is really our own thoughts. And that's what he talked about. So is that a positive thought? Should I be keeping that? And then if it's not, let it go. And if it is, keep it and hold on to it. And allowing ourselves to stay in a place of joy all the time. And it's a choice to stay in a place of joy. And it's allowing ourselves to move to a different place within ourselves and say, you know what, I'm not going to be sad. I choose not to be sad. I'm not going to get irate. I'm not going to go ballistic. I will not go there. And so we stay in a place of calm deep down inside. It's a choice. There's no doubt about that. And a lot of people, they just let the crowd take them with them. It's like getting into a crowd of people, and all of a sudden people are getting upset and irate, and everybody gets carried away. And that's, kind of like the crowd mentality, but we don't have to go with that. We can be concerned, but at the same time, we don't have to get upset deep down inside and allow ourselves to find answers to challenges as much as possible where we have cooperation, and allow ourselves to, you know, find a new way, a new path for everybody. Taking care of our mind and taking care of our body is very important. A lot of people, when we get upset, we just totally forget about taking care of our body. We start eating the junk food. We start drinking the sodas. We start, eating a lot of sugar, and we start on and start eating this fried foods and going to the fast food, eating processed food, and all that stuff. And if you go to my diet, go to www.paulhaider.com, and up in the right-hand corner you'll see my diet, and click on that and scroll down and follow that diet exactly. It's a diet and lifestyle, and I also talk about meditation there too. And it's really important to follow that. We have, thousands of studies showing that anytime we eat an animal product, we create a trimethyl N-oxide toxin, which creates inflammation in the body, and that inflammation starts disease. And so we've had the true science here now that shows that eating animal products of any kind puts us in all kinds of jeopardy. And so it's really important to eat a plant-based diet and allow ourselves to be at peace. When I went on my diet 10 years ago, also after the first 2 weeks, there was this 2-week period of super peace. It was like amazing. And I commented to everybody, it was like, wow, it's this place of peace that's come over me. And it stayed with me too. And I think it's really important that we go to, this type of a diet in order to find that inner calm that's always there, but we're really not connected to it. So this will take a lot more time to go into it, but go to my diet and we'll read it over completely a couple of times, because it's a lot of information. And start your process. Start your process of, it's not about doing it halfway. If you even eat a third of a teaspoon of animal product weekly, that'll put you into this inflammation mode. And also, it causes inflammation of the brain, and that's not good. And no wonder we get upset and we have anxiety and all those different types of things. So follow my diet and you're going to be great. Spirit, taking care of your spirit, taking the time to pray and do your chanting and saying the name of God, and contemplating what you've done throughout the day and will do throughout the day, in the beginning of the day. What do I have planned? What am I going to be doing? And allowing ourselves to stay in a place of great peace. And allowing yourself to have an ongoing conversation with a great spirit. There's no doubt about that. If we allow ourselves to have this great ongoing conversation with God, this conversation with great spirit, this conversation with that which is love, we'll always get answers which are loving and kind, and allow ourselves just to sit and ask questions. And in the silence, that's still small voice will answer. And it's usually not something that we would expect. And it will answer you in amazing ways. And allow ourselves to move forward with that answer. And that is truly listening to Spirit. Taking care of our mind, taking care of our body, taking care of our spirit, taking care of our relationships. Our relationships are very important. If it be our spouse, and being present. I think a lot of people are not present these days. You want a present in your life? Be present. It is a real gift to be present, be here, be now, and to listen. We have 2 ears, one mouth. We're supposed to listen twice as much as we speak. And a lot of times we speak a lot more than we listen. Oh man, I was actually doing some counseling with a man, and this man's been a lawyer forever, and very highly paid lawyer. And he talks and talks and talks. And I finally had to get to a place where I said, you know what? Talking is all well and good, but being in silence and listening is also amazing. I don't think anybody ever brought that up to him before. And all of a sudden, everything changed. I mean, it was a big deal. I mean, a huge change, a big shift. And so it's really important in our relationships to listen and consider what the other person is talking about, and also allow them to know that you are concerned and interested in what they're going through, and also paying attention to them and doing what we can to help them in any way, shape, or form. And also it comes also dealing with our parents and our siblings and our cousins and everybody else. And that's all important. Every day, that's another aspect that it's important to take care of, is taking care of our relationships in our life. Because, here in where we live, family is everything. There's no doubt about that. You take care of family, but family takes care of you. And then it's really important that we do the same. I think sometimes in the hustle and bustle of the big cities, like in the States, we've kind of forgotten that. And I think it's really important we come back to family and hold on to family and be loving and kind and forgiving. That's the most important aspect, is forgiving. And if we don't forgive, boy, there's no family. And every day somebody screws up. I have. There's no doubt about it. So we have to forgive, forget, and move on. And just, let it go. And from then, we allow ourselves to be at peace. Absolutely. Social life, it's really important that we get out with friends and allow ourselves to have some time to enjoy our lives. If we're stuck in a house all the time, it's not good. There's no doubt about it. And that's important, to get out with friends and the people who we really connect with, who allow ourselves to let go of some of the energy that we have and laugh. And laughter is so important. And just to laugh every day. I know I laugh a lot, so it's really important to allow that laughter to heal us. And there's so many studies showing that laughter is healing, and then I do thousands of those also. So it's allowing ourselves to heal with that laughter, and being with friends is a great way to heal with laughter. And so taking care of our mind, our body, our spirit, our relationships, our social life, friends, also our financial life. We have to work. There's no doubt about that. Most people are putting in, instead of having 1/7 of their life about financial life, all 7 aspects of their life is being working and taking care of, making money. And I know people with very little money who are very, very happy. It takes balance, and balance is super important. When I started talking about this 30 years ago, balance was a dirty word. People did not want to be in balance, but it's really important to be in balance. Otherwise, we get out of balance, and it causes havoc in everything. If we get out of balance in eating, get out of balance, and taking care of our mind, our spirit, all these different things, it's kind of a domino effect. And one topples over the other one, and then we end up feeling very terrible, miserable, and unhealthy, and it can cause terrible, traumatic things, and even to the point of death. So it's really important to find that balance in our life every single day. And also take care of our core beliefs. Beliefs are important, and allowing ourselves to change our beliefs when we see that, this is really not the way I need to go. And sometimes we have to change our course on our path. And we say, we learn something new. If we don't learn something new every day, wow, I try to learn. I'm a lifelong learner. I'm always reading and doing things and trying new things, and that way I learn something all the time. And that way, sometimes I just have to change my belief system a little bit, and it changes my life completely. And that little shift can make all the difference in the world. So it's allowing ourselves to balance out all seven aspects and then checking in with our feelings also. And then doing the meditation daily. I put in an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening of meditation, and that calms down the mind. It allows ourselves to secrete more serotonin and dopamine in our brain, and we can become happier. So it changes everything. And allow ourselves to turn off the news. The news is just a process which watches all the negativity in the world. I know a particular friend who lives in California. She hasn't watched the news in 30 years, and she doesn't read the paper either. And she is well informed, and she's on the city council and does a lot of great good in the community, but she doesn't watch the news. And she is an amazing person. So stay away from that stuff. It really is really not good for you. If you really need to know, somebody will tell you. There is absolutely no doubt about it. Somebody will say something to you. So anyway, take care of these seven aspects. And I think that's really important. This is what my book, original book, Relax into Success, was all about, and taking that balance of the seven aspects. And it's really important that we do that, and especially right now when we have everybody going crazy. So find your niche, find your way, find your balance, and personalize it yourself, and you can have that inner peace. I know you can. And I'm here to help you in any way, shape, or form. All my consults are free, and I would love to help you. My phone number is down below. Just click on Show More, my email, my Skype address, and so I'd love to help you. And also, if you care to make a donation, that is really greatly appreciated. And I want to make sure that you subscribe and tell others, and we want to get our numbers up there. And I'm here to make a difference in people's lives. And you can make a difference in your life. I know you can. Remember the most important thing of all. I love you.